welcome back to Crafters TV. It is day 13. Unlucky for some, but not for you, because me and Leanne are here all day.
I'm so excited. Hiya. I love this shirt.
Thank you.
I want to touch you when you've got this shirt.
You can
on.
touch me anytime you like, Leanne.
Thank
Always
you.
an open invitation for you.
Okay, I'll just stand here and do this.
Yeah, all right, a bit weird. Yeah, and really massive day coming up for you today, of course. This is our wake-up call. We're going to have a little look at... It's not our wake-up call. This is Play Your Crafts, right?
It is. It's my first one.
First one ever.
Ever.
That was a bit, no shoes there, wasn't it?
It was.
So we're going to have a game. We're also going to look ahead at everything that is coming up throughout the course of today. Brand new launch,
So
Leanne.
excited. Out of birthday week launches, this is the one I'm the most excited for. Honestly, I am so excited for this. I can't wait. And I think it might be my favourite folder launch of the decade.
They are absolutely gorgeous. They are. Wait till you see them. Florals, but massive, big, bold florals, which is wonderful. I hate to tempt fate as well, but you know, you caused a lot of trouble yesterday.
I know, I did cause a lot of trouble
Still
yesterday.
causing trouble today, it appears, as well. Do you want to tell them, or shall I?
So, the Leann 12 code that I set up yesterday, that did cause a lot of... That caused a furore.
It did.
We're not going to name names because I don't
I wasn't aware there was going to be another code, is what I heard in one of the meetings yesterday.
Yeah. I know, I heard
I
that
thought we
too.
said no more codes.
We said no more codes, and there was definitely an eye twitch when it was being said.
There was definitely an eye twitch.
However, we did the Leann 12 code, because I've been with Crafts Companion for 12 years.
You have?
So we did the Leann 12 code yesterday. And I thought it was valid to the end of Play Your Crafts Right. In fact, it was supposed to be before Play Your Crafts Right. So we really should be now saying, you had a great time with Leann 12 yesterday. Congratulations. However, it's the weekend and nobody's in. And when you set up a code, you meant to tick a little box which says ends on.
Well, it obviously hasn't, has it?
And it hasn't been put in.
So at the moment, it's still there.
Yeah.
This code right here. So all you need to do is spend £60 or $60. Use the code Leann12. I don't know how long it will last for throughout the course of the day today.
Let's just hope they all had a heavy night last night and having a long
Fingers crossed it lasts the day.
Also,
and fingers crossed, you know.
Our friends in America are still asleep, so let's hope it stays for a bit
Well, I
longer.
think if it stays through to the end of this show,
I think we're on a...
then surely we're on the home run.
Right,
we will see. Right, now...
Well, can I say that because it's valid now at the beginning of the show, it would be very unfair if at any point during the show it went away.
To remove it.
So I think now the law is it's valid for this show.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely has to be. Also, remember, prizes every single day. Not prizes, gifts every single day. Today's is 13. I'm going to let you open it. No, you open it. No, you made a big song and dance the other day.
You open it, Joe. I'm going to bending and snapping on a morning show to get the gift. What an absolute monster you are.
You can
let's
open
see
it.
what we've got.
All you have to do is spend over £10 or $10, of course, and you will get the daily free gift.
Have that poor Joe.
Both, Joe. Oh! Nice.
Nice. I like these.
Absolutely love
we said
these.
this yesterday, didn't we?
We did.
And I really do love these. They're so different. It looks like it could be really complex, but in fact is very, very simple. And they're amazing. So this is a die
Really gorgeous.
and a layering stamp set,
Yeah,
which
so
gives it
if
that
you got
3D look.
If you got yesterday's as well, this is going to be the second one in the series for you, which is awesome. So you're going to get that. You'll also, of course, still get your £10, $10. £50 spend, you'll get the free paper pad, and that also has a £10 voucher in there. And then if you're spending £100, you will get these exclusive glitter markers. You can't get these; they are only available in our birthday event as a free gift. And you'll also get a £20 or $1 spend to use through November and December as well, which is glorious.
It's glorious.
So loads of brilliant reasons to shop with us. Double points, remember, across absolutely everything here on Crafters TV and online. That code as well, whilst it's still up, can be used on everything. Everything on our website, and also everything that you see here on Crafters TV too. Now, if you want to get ahead and start shopping, as a lot of you are, lots of you in the US are up and around early this morning, you need to get over to the website, because that's where you're going to find absolutely everything. So crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, get yourself over there and have a little look at everything that is on offer. Hit the shop, the show and the shop the day buttons. We've got a craft vault coming up a little bit later today. That is at 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock if you are over on the East Coast. But we're going to start with our brand new launch. Now I'm going to take you through the folders and I will then show you the couple of different ways that you've got of getting hold of these. They are absolutely stunning. I love that they are florals, but they are huge. We're calling them a 3D macro floral embossing folder. You've got 6 embossing folders in here, which is brilliant. So these are the designs you're getting. That's the Regal Rose that you've got there. You will also get this one, which is the Pretty Peony. That's the Lily, my absolute favourite. The Enchanting Echinacea, lovely. That one there is the Heavenly Helleborus. This one here is the Precious Poinsettia. It's got some everyday ones, got some festive ones in there as well. Now, the details that are there on your screen, that is what they are all available individually if you want to get them individually, and they would come to $35.94. However, remember, we're going to give you a free gift. Get them all together in this way. You will also get the aqua markers in the primary, a full set of aqua markers. They are worth $22.99 or $32.99. So you're getting them totally free of charge. Now, you're going to be able to use the code, aren't you? So you've got to spend $60 to use the code. So get these in your basket. Now, if you want the discount, we've got an option for you, because you're going to get the same embossing folders that you've got there, but we will also then give you 3 more packs of the aqua markers. Now, you're also going to get the clear overlays in here as well. So what that means is the freebies, they total £63 or $71.30, your freebies in there. But as you can see, you are not paying for them. So brilliant, because you're then going to get in there. So you get the primaries, as you did in the previous one. You get the nature. You'll also get the florals. And you'll get the essentials too. £99 or $119. Now you can use your code, which is excellent. So this would be £87.12 or $104.72 if you're in the US. But if you're platinum, of course, $69.70 or $83.78. Which is amazing value. Any basket that's over £60 or $60, whilst it lasts, you can use that amazing code. So do take advantage of that. Remember also that we will be doing a giveaway in every single show, as we have done throughout the entirety of the birthday event. So that means all you need to do is comment as many times as you like. For every comment, we'll put you in that draw. Someone will be winning a £25 goodie bag and a £25 voucher. Lots of you tuning in already. Christine Mahoney is up bright and early saying hi. Eleanor's here as well. Frances is in Orkney. She says it's very sunny in Orkney. It's not very sunny here. Sarah Brown is in from Australia. I can see Georgianne is here in Clearwater. Diane in Pennsylvania. Gita's here. Catherine, Lauren. Lots and lots of love coming in for Leanne. Lots of you excited for the shows throughout the day. If you've got any questions about this launch, you can get them into me, Crafters TV on Facebook, Crafters Companion over on YouTube. But I think, without further ado, we better dive in, Leanne, and see these in action, don't you?
I am thrilled to be here with these, Joe. I really am. I have to say that this is very definitely my favourite embossing folder launch of the decade, if not for the entire duration I've been with Crafters Companion, which is 12 years, as we know from that Leanne 12 code. I adore them, and this is a very selfish collection for me, because when we were designing it, I chose my personal favourite flowers. Helleborus is one of my favourite flowers of all time. Echinacea, adore them. Poinsettia, always at Christmas. Lily, you know, Joe, I'm always buying lilies in one of those very famous shops here in the UK. I don't know whether we're allowed to say it or not, but I always buy my lilies. Weekly, I adore them. I've always got them in the house fresh. So it was a very selfish collection for me. And I make no apologies for that, because I think what we've produced is absolutely glorious. Now, what you've got are these 5 1/4 inch 3D embossing folders, and the 5 1/4 is perfect sizing for whether you're in the US using US letter size cardstock, because you can cut it from half US letter, and also do the same with your A4 in the UK. I'm going to be using watercolor card for my next demonstration to show you how to use them, because I'm going to be showing you how to do this. And it is so incredibly easy. it happens in a matter of moments. It's completely effortless for you, and you're going to be able to do this with all of the folders that you've got in that collection. So if that's what we're going to be doing, the first thing I've done is cut a 5 1/4 piece of watercolour card and then popping it into my folder. Now what I will say is watercolour card is rougher on one side than the other, so you want the rough side facing up to the emboss side of the folder, and to do that you have the Gemini logo at the back. So with the Gemini logo at the back, put the reverse of the card facing and the top of your card up, close the folder, and then you're going to pop it through your machine. And I'm just going to use my junior plates in my Gemini to do that.
I love that these are square as well. I know we've seen a few more square ones coming through,
Yes.
but they're nice because they're not the usual sort of 5x7 size, are they?
Correct.
5.5 inch square as well. So a couple of matte layers on there. If you like your 6x6 cards, they're going to be awesome. Do you think you could fussy cut these and decoupage them up maybe if you wanted to? I think that's definitely something you would be able to do. Lots of you chatting away with me in the comments. Who else we got here? Good morning. Are all order already in? Says Kerry. Catherine's ordered as well. The top fans are here watching. I bought yesterday and today's new launch. Thanks for the discount, Leanne.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. It's my absolute pleasure. I just thought, you know what? Let's have a code that celebrates my 12th anniversary with the business as well. And of course, Sarah was out, and when she's out, she doesn't know what I'm doing. I did cause a bit of a furore, didn't I, Joe?
You will, you did.
So
She's going to be back tomorrow. I mean, you did put the cat amongst the pigeons having a one-day code.
Yeah.
The fact that it's still there and it's still working now.
Well, I
Take
can't
advantage.
take responsibility for that bit, Joe, because I wasn't the one who input the code in the system.
No.
So whoever hasn't put the end date on, user error, Saturday, everybody's at home, there's only us. How many of us is there? 4, 5 of us. There's only us 5 of us in the building. Take advantage, that's what I say. Right, so I'm running it through the Gemini, and I'm just using my junior plates just for speed, and it's that nice small square size, so you can do that. And then when you see the level of emboss, and I'll give it a little wiggle for you.
Oh, you can do a little waggle?
Look at the level of detail in there. Look at the depth of emboss.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely incredible. And just for tone-on-tone cards, if all you wanted to do now was just matte and lay that up and do a white-on-white card, the level of texture and sculpting, and I always like to show you the reverse as well, the level of sculpting in these is on another level, Joe. The quality is exceptional, and you're going to get fantastic results. So once you've embossed your piece, we're then going to have some kitchen towel, some paper towel, and we need a brush, and we need one of these kind of detail paint brushes, the fatter ones. If you've got your Academy of Colour, the small detail brush in there will be absolutely perfect for you. We've got a pot of water, a heat gun, and some Harmony Water reactives, and we're ready to go.
Brilliant.
That's what I've got, and that's what you would need. So I'm going to be using my Fuchsia Harmony Water reactive here. So what I'm doing is just popping this on to my glass mat. Use it as a palette. So pop some of that down. I might need a little bit more in a second, and I can always get a little bit more if I do. I'm going to use some lemon tonic.
Oh, this is going to be good. I love these two colours together, Leanne. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Minnie says, Leanne 12 code, yay. I thought I'd missed it. Now I can place a new order. Thank you, Leanne, and all at CC.
I'm just taking that lemon tonic off because I've picked up the pigment rather than water reactive, so I'm going to swap it out.
Okie doke. Eve says, oh, Leanne, you know we could get up for this show. It's just 5 a.m. here. 5 a.m. Leanne's normally getting in at 5 a.m., not up at 5 a.m. Tess says the markers are fantastic.
Away.
Sorry?
Don't give my secrets away.
I know. I'm stopping there. SM Kid says that the new embossing folders are stunning. Bethan says stunning detail. They are. You can almost see that, I'm sure they're not called hairs, are they, on the middle of that flower?
No.
They must have a proper word.
That must be a word, I don't know what the word is.
Mr. Chivers probably knows what the word is.
He probably does. We could phone him and ask him.
All right.
He would know the word, I don't know the word. So I'm putting on here plum jam, fuchsia, lemon tonic, and I've got a little dab of honey pot. Okay, so they're the colours that I've gone for. Now what we're going to do is prime the watercolour card. And by prime it, it just means paint it with water. So you wet your brush, choose which petal you're going to be working on, and that's just clean. You can see there was a bit of colour left on the brush. So you make sure that you're getting a nice clean brush and dampen it, and then we're just going to choose the petal we're working with, and we're going to work with this one. So choose the petal, and paint it with water, Joe. Now
Okay.
try to keep to the petal only. Try not to go into the petals alongside. Doesn't matter if you do too much, but we just want to work on one at a time. So I'm just painting that with water, and that gets that piece of the card ready to receive the watercolour ink that we're about to paint on there. So once we've done that, then you can start adding your colour. So I'm going to start with the fuchsia.
Okey-doke.
And when I start to add this on now, because it's ready to receive it, you see how it just starts to move.
Oh, yeah.
And so all you do, and it goes on really smoothly. Now, doing this technique here, it's all about building up the colour. So you start off light and then you build it up to get that real vibrancy. So once I've got to that point there, I know that for this petal, I want it to be yellow at the bottom. So I can just pick up a little bit more of that fuchsia and then start to deepen it at the top. And you see that happens really easily. And by the way, Joe, this technique can also be done with the aqua markers in exactly the same way.
Which are coming included.
Yeah, coming included in the big bundle.
So you would just scribble those on your mat also, would you?
Just scribble them on your mat, exactly the same. And actually the next one we're going to do with the same flower, I'll do with aqua markers to show you how you can do it in a very subtle way. So you'll be able to see both working,
Okey-doke.
but it's exactly the same technique.
Can we put too much colour on when we're layering it up like this, Leann?
No, absolutely not.
You can really get a good intense dark colour if you want.
Yeah, absolutely, if you want to. You just stop when you're ready. Now, I'm happy with that level of pink. So what I want to do is add in a little bit of the plum jam to really deepen it at the top. So I can, because it's in the same family, just pick that straight up and then come in at the top and deepen that pink. Because remember, with all the colouring classes I do for you, I always say you don't get depth and dimension in colouring unless you're brave and you really do use the dark colours. So once I've done that and I'm happy with it, I'll give my brush a clean. And then I go and get the yellow. And this is where I start to mix the colour in on the petal. So where I overlap, it will change to a peachy orange because I'm mixing the pink and yellow together there. When I'm happy with that, clean my brush, take the yellow again, and then just drag that over the rest of that petal. And because that card was pre-moistened, pre-wet, then it takes the colour very easily and it blends beautifully. If I think I need a little bit more pink further down, I can go and grab some pink and bring that down to move that orange around. And then I'll clean my brush and just manipulate the colour where I would like it.
It's amazing how the colours transform as they meet each other, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's gorgeous. And when I'm happy with that, I would now stop. So I'm going to have a little bit of extra yellow on the tip here. There we go. So when you're happy with that one petal, and I'm happy with that one petal now, Joe, we're going to dry it. And it's really important that this dries before you move on to the next petal. And if you don't dry it, what happens is it bleeds into the next one, so you don't get that definition petal to petal. Now you can, if you want, when you're at home, move to the next petal along and leave a gap when you're colouring them, or you can do as I've done and use your heat gun, and your heat gun dries that up for you. So I'll start with the next petal now, and I will do exactly as we've just done with that one. So wet my brush, go to the next petal that I want to colour. So let's do this one. Paint it with water, and so that gets that ready to accept the colour. And then exactly as we did, I go and pick up the pink and start, and you can see it moves in that water really well. Because you've painted that level of water on there, it really does move the colour very, very easily. And I might want the pink to go a little bit further down on this one, because each petal's been treated very separately. So it's very important that you dry each petal as you go along. If you don't want to dry, if you haven't got a heat gun, you do what I'm doing here. You would miss a petal in the middle, move to the next one, miss a one while this one dries. If you don't do that, this will happen. Where if I haven't dried them in between, the colours will start. I mean, it still looks beautiful. It depends on the result you want, but the colours will continue to move, and you'll get this much more less defined, more painterly result, where you get a very defined result if you dry it in between each one, Joe.
This reminds me of an image that we've got somewhere else, and I don't know where the image is. Is it in a stamp? I'm sure it's an image of a mouse blowing a daisy or something like that. Do you know the one I mean?
I think it was an edgeable.
Was it an
was one of
edgeable?
those edgeables where you could cut it on the top, cut it on the side. Do you know the one I mean?
It was over the edge.
Yeah, over the edge.
Yeah, that was it. It's very, very busy. Now, if you're going for the deal that you're on your screen, which is the showstopper, we can't believe how good this is because you're getting 48 Aqua pens in there and 3 of the clear overlays. Now, that's a product that's worth £105 in the UK. So you're not actually paying. It's amazing. It is amazing value. And also with Leann's code, you would get all of the pens, the clear overlay, and also the embossing folders themselves. If you're using the code as a platinum member in the UK, you're only paying $69.70 to get all of that, which is amazing. $83.78 if you're using the code as a platinum member in the US. That code, of course, being Leann12, which is still working at the moment, so take advantage of it. Okay, so you see I mean, it's fantastic, isn't it, Joe?
It really does feel like we're giving them away, but you know what, I wanted you to be able to get with that big bundle, and again, when we were putting it together, it's one of those ones where I put my foot down with a firm hand, because with the big bundle I want you to have everything at your fingertips to be able to do exactly what I'm showing you on the show, which is what I'm showing you here, and you're going to be able to do that because those Aqua markers will work in exactly, it's just a watercolour ink, and rather than patting it on with an ink pad, you scribble it on the mat with a nib, and I'll do that with the next one. You're going to be able to achieve exactly as I'm showing you here, with really zero effort at all, because everybody can get a wet paintbrush with water on, nothing else, paint it onto some watercolour card that you've embossed, and then pop some ink over the top. It could not, Joe, be easier, but the result, I think you'll agree, is absolutely stunning.
It is absolutely beautiful, really gorgeous. So busy on this at the moment. Also, what I would say, Leann, whilst you've got that 12% off, make sure you're adding any other things, bits and bobs that you need into your cart as well. So look at the craft stuff that is online, shop the day, but also think about, card stocks if you need to stock up on watercolour card, for instance, or any other cards that we've got. We've got deals across pretty much everything for this birthday. So all of your different adhesives, all of your tools as well. We had a great tool masterclass 101 last night. Have a little look around the website and make sure you take advantage of absolutely everything. I mean, we could be docking 12% of our turnover for the last 2 days from your wages if it carries on like this, I think, Leann. If we can't get the code down before the end of the weekend.
You'll bankrupt me, Joe. You'll bankrupt me. But you know what? I really wanted to have something as part of the event that, obviously celebrates our birthday, but I've been with the business a long time. Sarah and I were talking about it, and we were like, gosh, where's those 12 years gone, Leann? I really honestly don't know. And then she was out, and I thought, let's have a code to celebrate. And that's what we've got. There we go.
We have.
So you can see I've done that with those petals and laid them up. Now the next thing we're going to do, I'm just going to dry that very quickly. I just want to show you how to get that lovely shine on the top of whatever that middle of that flower's called, that I can't remember the name of. The middle of the flower. So let's just dry this quickly. And then I want to show you what I'll do in between the petals. So I will need my plum jam for this one and my fuchsia. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more of that on the mat. And if you only did this technique that I'm showing you now on all of those flowers.
Oh, gorgeous, wouldn't they?
And if you only did this technique and you only ever did this technique with those flowers, every time you do them, it will look different. And it's enough for me. It's beautiful. I think it's going to be my go-to, Joe, it really is. Now, to get that shine on the top of the flower, you're going to colour from the left round to the bottom. You know what I didn't do? My own good advice, I didn't wet it first hand. So I'm just going to add some water quickly. Doesn't matter that that's moving around. Follow your own good advice.
I bet these would look beautiful embossed onto tissue paper.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Would look amazing, wouldn't they? Really, really good. It's so busy on this showstopper at the moment. This is what a lot of you are going for. 10% of the showstopper gone just in the first 25 minutes of our Play Your Crafts Right. So it is exceptionally busy at the moment over on the website. Lots of you grabbing this. There's been a lot of excitement about these in the run-up all the way through our birthday event. I know lots of you have been waiting for them. They are there, they're in stock now. I would say This sounds like a really cheesy, stupid thing to say, but the best time to get anything is when it's in stock. I know it sounds ridiculous, but there's 6 of these in this collection. So what will happen is these will sell out. And then we might bring 4 back for you. You might not be able to get the free gift. If the deal that is on the screen now is the deal you want, get it in your basket and get it checked out, because it's the best time to get a hold of it. And the other great thing that's brilliant about shopping during our launches is that you've got all the options. Like if you want to cherry pick a couple of these individually, you've got the option to do that. Maybe you want to get 4 of them. Maybe you get the bundle with the 1 set of Aqua pens included. You can go for that. You can go for the larger collection, which gives you the best value. At the moment, you've got all the options. I don't know how long that will be the case for, though. So definitely grab them whilst you've got as many options as possible. Lots of you still chatting away in the comments as well. You could put clear embossing powder on it that time and make it shiny. I guess if you were painting with your pigment ink pads, I guess if you were adding water to pigment ink pads, would they still pick up the embossing powder, Leanne, or would it be a bit tricky?
It would be a bit trickier because you've diluted it, but however, when it is wet, you can put embossing powder on, but you don't get the same result as if you'd just gone in straight with your pigment, I have to say. So you could try it, but you would probably be better if you want to get a glossy effect over the top of this using your glossy accent, your glossy highlights that we do. You would be better off doing that. So you see, all I'm doing is building up the colour. So I went round with the pink fuchsia and now I'm going round with plum jam. I'm keeping it darker at the left and right and round the bottom, and I'm leaving the shine in the top of the centre here. And then as we get more ink on and we build that colour up and round and we extend it, what happens is you create that natural light in there, which is incredible, and then you just keep building more and more, and it just improves the look and feel as you go, Joe. And I'm just alternating between the pink fuchsia and the plum jam, as you can see here, and you can see as the colour intensifies, what it does do is just make that little highlight that I've left there in the centre. So even though I'm doing the watercolouring here, we're using the technique of preserving our highlight that we talk about in alcohol colouring all the time, and applying it to this, and you'll see that it just starts to shine out even more. So you just start to, you just keep building it up, Joe, until you're happy with it and you want to stop. And when you get to that point, it's good and you're happy with it, and just leave it at that.
It's
all
amazing.
I'm doing is leaving that little bit in the centre. And then what I do is diffuse that out. So I'll just have it a little bit lighter, and then with a clean brush, I'll do just ever so slightly, and it leaves that lovely little shine in there. Happens really quickly and easily. If I wanted a bit more pink, I can add a bit more pink in.
It's so busy, I've got a twitchy eye, Leanne. That is how I've got a bit of a twitchy eye spasm going on. It's that busy over on the website at the moment. So many of you are going for these. We will get to all of you that are over there. Loads of you with it sat in your basket. Loads of you checked out already. I knew these would be popular. Pretty much everyone. No one's going for them individually. And 75% of people are getting them, Leanne, with the extra Aqua markers too, with that bundle there, because it's such a great... with those such great value.
Yes.
I did say Aqua markers, Johnny, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And so, do you know, the thing is, Joe, with the Aqua markers in there, eventually when you've got Aqua markers, when you use them a lot, they'll dry out, they'll stop working.
Yes.
So even if you've got some Aqua markers at home and you love using them and you want the embossing folders, it makes sense to get the deal, because you've got them there when you need them.
Absolutely.
Because of what a bargain they are.
Maybe you've got a couple of packets. Maybe you give some as gifts. They're brilliant to give as gifts. And you get £104 worth of value in there. Platinum members using that Leanne 12 code are getting these for under £70 today. So make sure you snap it up. Again, you have got options. So everything is under the Shop the Show button over on the website. It's all over there. Lots of you shopping for this and lots of other things in our birthday event, which is amazing. It's actually better value than just going to our website. It would be more expensive to just buy. It would be £80.92 to get the Aqua markers. So it gives you an idea of the value that you're getting, and that's with the code. So brilliant value.
Wow. I haven't got another word other than wow. Now, did you see what I was doing there, Joe? I was just filling in between the flowers for the base of the flower with the darker plum jam colour.
Right.
And what that does is it makes the petals on top that are coloured individually stand out. But because we're doing each of the petals separately, and then they've dried, and then when we go in and fill in the dark in between, it doesn't then bleed. The colour doesn't bleed one into another. So that for me is the toppest tip I could give you is alternate the petals or dry every piece as you've done it before you go in and paint this dark colour in. Now, I'm not going to do that whole flower. I'm sure you're bored of watching that now.
Could never be bored of watching you, Leanne.
Oh, I'm sure you could. But look, when I take that now and then we talk about the fact that we've just continued on those petals in exactly the same way I'm doing it, nothing different at all. And then all I've done is taken a little bit of cut and dry, the little blending that we've got, the, what do you call them? Little round blenders with plum jam, and done a little diffusion around the outside. It really does then make that pop out. And then when you do your matching and layering and pop it on a card, look how beautiful that is, Joe. And as soon as you get these home, that bundle with those aqua markers, you can do exactly this. It's
absolutely
incredible.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. They really, really are. These are gorgeous. They are going really quickly as well. I'll give you the deal firstly, which includes all of the extras, all the freebies. So in here, you are going to get this one, that Regal Rose, so beautiful. I think if you're maybe new to colouring, Leanne, or you're looking to start on a more simpler one, I'm guessing the rose with the amount of open space is going to be the one you're going to do first if you're newer to these, would it be? Would be this the most simple one to colour, the rose?
Yes.
Because those are lovely big open petals that you've got.
And actually, Joe, just that, exactly what you've got there, one Harmony Water Reactive, a blending tool, whack it round,
whack it round,
not even 30 seconds, and you've got what you can see there. And
Delightful.
That's still a beautiful example for a card with a sentiment on. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, really stunning. The other thing, you've got those shimmer ink pads as well. They're going to look gorgeous,
yes,
aren't they?
absolutely.
Used on here. Then we've got the peony, which is beautiful, such an iconic flower. The lovely lily is the next one. The lilies are my all-time favourite. Imagine doing stargazer lilies as well, putting those pink centres in there. Beautiful. Really, really stunning. Then you've got echinacea, which is not one I'm familiar with, not a flower I'm familiar with, I must say.
You know, like a big daisy, but the petals droop down. And when you go to the health food shop and you take echinacea,
yes,
because you've got a cold, that is it.
Ah, there we are. Then we've also got the heavenly Helleborus.
Favourite flower of all time.
See, I've got some flowers. I've got a flower at home that I can't identify at the moment. I'll describe it to you in a moment, Leanne.
Yeah.
This one here is the precious poinsettia as well. That doesn't have to be done red. I mean, you could actually just have that, you could do that in green and make that every day, of course, if you wanted to. So that is the 6 embossing folders that you've got. Now, in this configuration, what you're getting that you can see on your screen just there is you are getting the primaries, which you were getting included anyway, but then you're also going to get the nature, you're going to get the floral, also the essentials too. So you get all of these, and then, we're going to give you the clear overlay. Imagine doing sparkly flowers. You could use that to draw out your aqua marker, your watercolour ink as well. Brilliant, brilliant value, because you're getting £105 almost worth of freebies in there. If you are, if you're going for this, you're going to be able to use that code as well, aren't you? Because it's still there. Spend 60, save 12% with the code Leanne12. That means it makes it 87.12 today, or 104.72. The saving was epic already, so you've got even bigger saving. Then, of course, it means your platinum price is going to come down to £69.70 or £83.78, which is just a ridiculous price. It really is brilliant. We obviously, when we planned this in, as we did yesterday with yesterday's shows, we didn't realise there would be an extra discount code. So I don't think anyone realised that it would be quite so good as this. If you do want to go for the folders individually or the folders with the one free pack of the aqua markers, absolutely you can as well. They are over on the website. Here is the deal for the 6 folders and the free pack of aqua markers, but remember, you are getting the best value when you go for that larger collection. Loads and loads of love coming in for these online, and lots you can do with them. You know that the design team have absolutely adored these when you look through the samples, don't you, Leanne?
You can tell when the design team has loved a collection. You're absolutely right, Joe. And they have adored these. And I make no apology for saying to all of our other products that this is hands down my favourite embossing folder launch of the decade, if not in the entire time I've worked for Crafters Companion. When we made these, I was selfish. I chose my favourite flowers and we did those as the folders, and I think they've turned out so well. And actually these are hand drawn by Ruth and my design team, which were then made into the 3D nice. Folder, and I think Ruth has done an amazing job. This is the one that we've just created with that lovely watercolour effect with the echinacea. This is the rose that you were talking about. Now, when you were saying, Joe, just a bit of simple colour, the easiest to do, that's 2 Harmony Water Reactive ink pads, fuchsia and lemon tonic, blended with a round blending tool across a 3D folder. And how beautiful does that look? So you don't need to be an experienced colourist or crafter to be able to get that kind of result very quickly and easily. Another one where we've just done a simple blending technique with one colour of ink, and I believe this was with an Aqua marker actually, and then we've done that salt background, rubbed over an ink pad on the top to pick up the high areas, and it's absolutely stunning in that monotone. This, I think, is absolutely exceptional. So this shows you where you don't have to use the entire part of a folder. You can just snip into it if you want to. You've got that beautiful alcohol colouring on there. We will look at that during
That's amazing. How's that been done? What's that in the background there?
This mirror card. So the folder has been embossed, and then simply it's being cut out. So look,
so just cut into
3D. If I tip this forward,
well, that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
It's on foam pads. So just fussy cut in around the detail that you want to take out, around the outside of the floral.
Who's made that? I love that.
Foam padded up. Isn't it beautiful? This has been done by, I made my specs, hang on. Kerry Noon.
Oh, it's amazing, Kerry.
She's done an amazing job, hasn't she?
She
Coloured
really
with our tri-blend pens, and Kerry says she's used dark red shade and citrus yellow and light green to colour that in the tri-blend, and then fussy cut with obviously scissors or a craft knife mounted up onto the mirror card. The thing is, Joe, the impact you're going to make with these cards easily, with everything you've got at home, all of the colouring mediums you've collected, or if you get the big bundle with your Aqua markers, the amount of techniques you're going to be able to do and the difference that these will be. How many poinsettia cards, if you've been crafting a while, have you made in your lifetime? I can tell you I've made hundreds. And I've probably got hundreds of different poinsettia dies at home that I've bought over the years. Never made anything that looks like this, because that 3D embossing folder is really zooming in on the floral. You get in real intense detail and that macro minute detail blown out with all of that sculpting that a 3D folder gives you, which just accepts any of the techniques you want to give it. Even white on white cards, Joe, with just clear sparkle overlay on the top, is going to look incredible. And it's the quality of the folder, the size, the shape, the sculpting that we've put in there, and the ability with all of those different crafty things you're going to be able to do. This, I'm going to show you next, this was done with Aqua marker. And you can see the difference between the one I've just shown you and this one. Oh, get it the right way, Leanne. Oh, very different.
They look totally different, don't they?
Totally different, the same folder. One with Harmony Water Reactive, one with Aqua marker. And we're going to have a look at how to do this one next. So you can see how easy it is with that big bundle that you've got. This gift bag, look at this, with the 3D folder with that rose.
That's beautiful. Just
coloured in with your watercolours again. And this is actually Aqua marker, I believe. And you can see, just using the panels and then cutting them up and putting them on a bag, how classy and beautiful and different is that?
Really
to put a little gift, that could be a very inexpensive gift in there, and it feels like you've given someone the world. It's beautiful. The echinacea again, I think this was a firm favourite with our design team. Coloured in with alcohol markers. The poinsettia again, absolutely gorgeous, and I love this because you can see actually embossed on a pink cardstock.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And then rubbed over with a purple Harmony Water Reactive and cut into 4. Not a triptych, I don't know what you would call it with 4 pieces.
4-tick.
A 4-tick, there we go. Into a little 4-tick panel card. And I think looks beautiful. And there's so many more samples I've got to show you, which we'll have a look at during the course of the day. And of course, we'll make lots of different things. I can't recommend, as a crafter to a crafter, which is what Crafters Companion's all about, isn't it? By crafters for crafters, and I have been crafting all of my life. As a paper crafter, I can't recommend more highly a set of folders to you at home that you are going to use and love and keep using and loving for the rest of your crafty life, because they're never going to go out of fashion. These flowers will always be around and you're going to be able to use them time and time again. I absolutely love them, Joe.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They really are stunning. So that detail there on your screen is with the 1 pack of Aqua markers. I'll give you the details again for the larger collection, which is what gives you, of course, that better value. It really is stunning. And here are the details on that. 8712 or 104.72 with that Leann 12 code. It's going to get you 48 Aqua markers, 3 clear overlays in the sparkle pens. But if you are a platinum member, 69.70 or 83.78 with the code. That is your checkout price. So I want to tell you about something else, because let's face it, if you've got your car over £60 or dollars, you then might want to add in some other bits and bobs in there. And we've got a wonderful selection of the embossing, the gilding waxes, this one here, they are so stunning. They're going to go onto there and they just highlight beautifully. They've got the most incredible shine to them. They're really beautiful. You need a tiny amount of these as well, and they're proper. They're designed for furniture, really. You know, wooden frames and stuff like that. They work beautifully on your cardstock. That one there is the Renaissance gold that you've got. You will also get the antique gold, which is that one. It's got more of a bronzy feel to it. This next one here is the Empire gold. How fabulous is that? Then we also have the King Gold, which is this one just here. And you've got the silver in there too. They are absolutely stunning. £44 or $63. You're getting one for free in that configuration. I would imagine. Sounds about, well, you're getting a bit more than one for free, aren't you? Nice. Okay, really, really healthy discount there on those. Any questions you've got, keep getting them into me. And lots of you chatting away. Yeah, so I'll come to more of those comments in a moment. But, Leann, are you feeling lucky?
Always, Joe.
Always, okay. It's time to play our crafts right, Leann.
Okay.
Which is awesome. Now, this is your first one, isn't it?
It's my first one ever. I'm very excited. So, I would like to say I'm excited. I'm a bit nervous. I don't know what to expect. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm feeling the pressure. Because as head of product development, I've got to get these all right. You have got to get them all right, because we are playing Guess the Product, so we're going to hear some sentences, and from those sentences we need to find out what the product is that is being talked about. So it should be quite simple, let's hope. They're never as simple as they sound, Leann, is what I'll say. You always go, oh, this is fine, and then when you get to it, you're like, I have no idea what's happening here. Okay. So how it works is 2 rounds of 5 questions, and then whoever has the most points at the end is the winner. You're playing for Team YouTube, Leann. I'm playing for Team Facebook. So what happens is whoever's team wins will pick 5 viewers at random. They'll win a £10 or dollar spend as well with us. So it's all to play for. Oh my gosh, it's a lot to play for. It's not just between me and you. You can't let your team down. Oh my word. You are playing for your team. Now. Okay. Should we have our first question, Leann? Okay. Here we go. Have I got to tip your board up so you can't see it? Okay. Oh. Oh, I should read it out loud, should I? I'm the ultimate tool. Think I can only be used for one thing? Think again. One of my functions is so great, I should take a bow. What am I? Okay. I think it's quite easy, this one, don't you? That's simple. I think it's very, very simple. The ultimate pro. Yes. Yes, correct. Ultimate pro. There we go. Answer number 1. But it can only get harder. Number 2, then. Let's have, I will make floral card creations stand out from the crowd. If you add colour to me, my depth will be shown. I have remarkable levels of intricate details. What am I? I'm stuck on that one a bit. That is hard. Right, I think it's the 3D embossing folder. So do I. Macro florals. Me too. Yeah. Macro floral 3D embossing folders. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of easy because they're just there. They will get hard. I mean, I actually thought that was too simple. I thought surely it's got to be a fluke that it's that and it's something else. But anyway, okay. What happens if it's a draw? These are so simple today. Who did these? I shimmy with Leann on a launch party. I've got names such as Queen Bee and Peach Rose. I'm packed with pearlescent metallic shine. What am I?
Sometimes this game is like, guess what a product is when you hear someone online, someone on Crafters TV saying it backwards, like you never get any of them. But this one, I think we're doing all right. What have you got, Leanne?
Shimmer ink pads.
Shimmer ink pads as well. It is shimmer ink pad. Question number 4. I can handle the pressure. I'm compact, but pack a punch. I'm like my twin in size. What am I?
Oh. Okay, I think oh gosh.
And it's going to be, I think, I'm not so sure with this one. I mean, it could be it could be a couple.
Could be a couple. Okay.
I'm going to go with the Gemini Midi.
That's what I've gone for as well.
Yeah, Gemini Midi. Gemini Midi. Right, question number 5. We've got all of them right. Don't think this has ever happened before, Leanne. Let's have that 5th and final question for this round. I am the centre of an oyster that's been around for 100 years. I am single-sided but still quite thick. I am more than a rainbow. What am I? Got it?
I don't know.
Oh, do you not? Go on, you go first. I'm quite confident with this one.
I've put Century Repel card.
So I think you missed the first part of the clue there. So I'm the centre of an oyster that's been around for 100 years. A pearl.
A pearl.
Century pearl. Now quite. I think it's a self-adhesive pearl, specifically in Aurora Borealis. What? Century pearl? So what's the rainbow bit all about?
So, Joe, Joe, I didn't miss anything in the first sentence.
Can we go? Can we go back?
It's all the colours of the rainbow in the Century Repel card. A centre of an oyster that's been around for 100 years. A pearl.
I'm single-sided, but still quite thick. We do double-sided Centura.
We don't. We haven't for a long time. Most of our colours, 90% of the range. 90% of the range. That's not Centura, that's crafted. Oh, that is, yeah.
Double-sided Centura pearl.
But the majority is single-sided.
Stuart inquiry. Stuart inquiry. So that's where it got me, because it was said it was single-sided.
You're a sore loser. You're a sore loser.
No, I just had this thing. I think.
Don't take it to heart, Joe. You didn't get it right.
I think we need to. Who are like the union of quizmasters?
No,
there must be one out there.
I think it's fine. I think I got the question and I got the answer. And Team
you did. You are in the lead.
Thank you.
I'd love to be able to. I'd love to be able to say I'm happy for you. Did everyone else put Centura Pearl?
I think it's hilariously funny that I showed my answer and Joe said, "Oh, Leanne, you haven't understood that question. It's Leanne." And who got it right? Leanne got it right.
Well, I'd love to be able to say I'm happy for you.
Is that the end?
It's the end of the first round. You're in the lead, 5-4.
I was enjoying that. I didn't realise it was the end. Okay. So have Tim YouTube won?
Sorry, no, not yet. You got another round yet.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'll clear me bottom. Very excited.
Right, we're going to have a quick break whilst I have a sulk. So, and also whilst you check your baskets out. So here's all the details of Club Inspire.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% of your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Make 'em craft, make 'em craft. Don't you know everyone wants to craft? Sarah said, Ben, you'll love making cards. It really isn't that hard. Use your scoreboard and dice and make boxes and cards any size. Oh, you could make a shaker card with sequins or beads, or make a triple easel card with real expertise. Here at Crafters TV, we make crafting a breeze. Make 'em craft, make 'em craft, make 'em craft. Make 'em craft, make 'em craft. Don't you know all the world wants to craft? Jan said, do some coloring, Ben, but use a Spectrum Noir pens, blend and color in style. With Aqua pens or dry blends, you will smile. Maybe try out some die cutting, maybe try to emboss. Pick up tips from Crafters TV, you won't be at a loss. Use the Gemini or Junior and you'll craft like a boss. Make 'em craft, make 'em craft, make 'em craft. Make 'em craft, make 'em craft. Don't you know everyone wants to craft? Oh, you could make a shaker card with sequins or beads, or make a triple easel card with real expertise. Here at Crafters TV, we make crafting a breeze. Make 'em craft. 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 Make 'em craft.
Absolutely love that. Always makes us smile, that video. Lots of you chatting away. Lots of questions coming in, Leanne. Christine wants to know if at some point we can see these go through the MIDI.
I'll do it next.
All right, brilliant. Are they 2D or 3D embossing folders?
3D.
They are almost like HD embossing folders, is how I would think of them. Why is it, sorry if I missed, are you colouring on watercolour? Yes, it was watercolour paper. Bubble and Squeak wants to know why you wet the paper first. Sorry if you said it before. I didn't get the headphones in time, she says.
No problem at all. I wet the paper first with watercolour card because it primes it and gets it ready to receive the ink. If you pick up with a brush from your mat and your brush is too wet and you pick up a load and then you put it on, it just splots and spreads everywhere. Sometimes your brush can be too dry with that ink and so you get streaks, you don't get that lovely soft movement. So by just dampening your card first and then picking up with a damp brush the watercolour ink, you get that beautiful, smooth, soft, artist, painterly movement. So it primes the card and gets it ready to receive the watercolour medium.
Brilliant.
You'll get a better result doing it.
I hope that helps. Sue had missed what the free gift was today. Today's gift, daily free gift, is this one just here. Is your Shadow Sentiments, and you got this one, which is You're a True Friend, and that's brilliant because it follows on from the gift we gave you yesterday. So you've got sort of a mini set then almost of those there to play around with, which is excellent. So make sure you grab that. We don't need to make sure you grab it. It's just going to appear in your basket when you've got over $10 or £10 worth of products. We've got some brilliant stuff coming up in the later Craft Vault show. This will be tonight's show. Amazing deals for you. This is very busy. It is the 12x12 paper taker with the 3 tab dividers. Now this is brilliant. It's like a sort of big buddy bag, but for your 12x12 paper. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pads in here at the moment, which is brilliant. So great for storing your regular pads, but also the other thing is this is brilliant for, it's all nice and see-through, so you see what's in there. It's got a hard shell also on the inside here, so it stops it collapsing in on itself. The other thing you're getting as well, so brilliant if you want to use this for paper pads, but maybe if you want to put individual sheets of papers in here and you want to organise them, then you'll get the 5 tabbed organisers in there too. So any sort of loose sheets you've got when your pads are coming towards the end, you don't want to continue to store the whole pad, you're going to be able to store them separately and individually in there and keep them all nice and pristine, which is brilliant. Over 20% off of that, $16.99 or $18.99 if you want to get your hands on that one just there. We're going to go back to our launch though. Very, very busy. There's 2 different deals for you. There's this smaller deal here that gets you the 6 embossing folders and the primary set of your Aqua markers. Very busy here But, well, 10% of this one has gone. However, far and away, the busier of the two is the larger deal for you, the showstopper deal. Because in the showstopper deal, you are going to get the primary, which you've just seen there in the main collection. You're also then going to receive 3 further packs of the Aqua pen. So you've got the nature, you will also get the floral and the essential in there, plus you will also get the clear overlay as well. Now that's freebies that total $104.95. $104.95's worth of freebies, plus you are getting then of course your £105 worth of extras, so that being the Aqua markers and the overlay. That's your price. At the moment that Leann 12 code is still working, so that price becomes $87.12 or $104.72, but as a platinum member of course $69.70 or $83.78 is your price there on that. Make sure you're getting in your basket and checking out. Lots of you taking advantage of that. 1/5 of the stock of the showstopper is gone. Lots of you with it in your basket at the moment as well. Karen says, can I borrow Leann for a week please for one-to-one colouring training, bed and board included? Depends where you are, I guess, Karen.
Yes, let me know where you are,
and if
Karen.
there's gin.
Yes, gin. Yes, absolutely. So let me know where you are, Karen, and if there's some gin and cake, you're in.
And if you can take Ted.
Oh yeah, Ted has to come. I can't leave Ted behind.
Yeah, there you are. Let us know in the comments. A lot of people chatting away. A lot of people saying how completely unfair that last question was there, and that maybe Leann should be deducted a point.
Absolutely not. And
No
I
one.
don't believe that you're making that up, Joe. I'm going to come over. I'm coming over to read the question.
No one's saying any of these things. No. She's coming over, honestly. A lot of people chatting away. Loads of comments, loads of love, of course, for the embossing folders as well. There is another round of Play Your Crafts Right happening, of course, over. You see you step down off your step there, you shattered the illusion. There is another round of Play Your Crafts Right coming over. I'm afraid coming over. She's here, look. She's here. No one's saying it.
You're fibbing.
Yeah, I know I am.
Yeah.
But I am going to take a point off you, I've decided, just because, you know, that's the way it goes. Minnie says, if I wanted to buy one gilding wax, what colour is the best to go for? I guess it depends what you want to use them for, really.
I think it's, I'll tell you.
The most all-round one.
The most all-round one is...
I like the, for me it would be the Renaissance is my favourite, which is the sort of orangey gold.
It's this one. I'm looking for the name.
It's on the side. It's quite hard to see. It's under the Pebeo logo.
Empire.
Empire Gold. There you are. Empire Gold would be Leann's selection. It's just called gold, apparently. She's in Surrey. Ted can come. Bottles of gin and cake is not a problem at all.
Oh,
Surrey.
It's a date.
Yeah. Okay. There you are. I was expecting.
Actually, that's nice because I can visit my grandchildren while I'm down there.
Yeah. There you are.
They're in Windsor, not that far.
There you are.
Yeah.
All sorted.
Lovely.
Brilliant. Right then, Leann, back to you. It's very, very busy on these folders as we knew it would be.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So, do you want to see this? Did you see that? I don't know if you did. There you go. That is the Empire Gold. That's the one that I would recommend. That's the most universal.
Okie doke.
I think the other colour that you like is more warm. And so it really only works on warm projects where that's got more of a universal look and feel. Anyway, was it Carol who wanted to know if I could put it through a MIDI?
It was, I believe.
I think it was. So I've got the mini out and we've got that folder that we used earlier and I've got a piece of watercolour card. And because it's a 3D folder, you don't need to do anything else other than close it up and put it through. It's so incredibly easy with the mini. You don't need any platforms, you don't need the shim because it's not a 2D. You just pop it through. Pop the folder in directly, no plates, nothing needed. It'll do all the work for you and you get the beautiful deep result that you get exactly the same on the Gemini.
And that was
machine.
on watercolour again, was it, that
Watercolour. And you can see all of the sculpting's there at exactly the same depth and I'm just going to show you side by side with the Gemini. No difference at all.
Brilliant.
No difference whatsoever, exactly the same.
Fabulous, isn't
Yeah.
it? Absolutely brilliant. Really, really awesome. Lots of you still chatting away, lots of you buying these. There's a lot of love coming in for them. The embossing folders are so beautiful. I love the echinacea and the roses. Then Laura says, thanks for the anniversary code. We all appreciate you going rogue. It's still there at the moment, so snap it up. Patty said, never thought to use watercolour with embossing folder. Sue Smith says, never bought of Leann's demos. If you were using the new ink pads, Dana wants to know, which ones would you use for the embossed flowers?
The shimmers, all of them.
All of them,
So
I
I
thought
would
so.
be use all of them. There isn't a colour there that you couldn't use. Seriously, they're all the good colours. I mean, you've got the foliage in there, you've got the petals, you've got that lovely coral, the lovely green in there. Teal's going to look beautiful. All of them.
Absolutely gorgeous. They're all going to work for you. Right then, what would you like to share with us next, Leanne?
I want to show you with the aqua markers, the same technique we've just done with the, similar technique we've just done with the Harmony Water Reactive. I thought, let's get the aqua markers out and show you how you can do something as lovely as this, which is a more realistic version of what an echinacea actually looks like in the garden. I did it all pink and yellow before. I think you can get pink and yellow ones actually. But anyway, we're going to do the white one. So we're going to, I've embossed already. If you see me do that, and that's ready to go. I've got my water and I've got my paintbrush and my towel, which are never far away when I'm doing watercolouring. Water's there, clear, nothing in the water, just from the tap. And then the markers I've got are Kingfisher, Teal, Marigold, Sunflower. And I'm just going to add those to my glass mat, exactly as I did with the ink pads earlier. And that's all you've got to do. Scribble, scribble. You're ready
Johnny's
to go.
loving that squeaky noise.
He does. He loves the little squeaky noise.
Sounds like his wallet opening. I think that's why he loves it so much.
It makes them happy. It makes them happy. It really does. Right, okay. So we've got them all scribbled on there. Now, the first thing we're going to do, and I've got my heat gun as well down here, Joe. Never have your heat gun far away when you're doing watercolour techniques. So the first thing I'm going to do is the background. So to do the background, exactly as we did before, except we're not painting the flower, we're painting around the outside of the flower. I've got a little bit of pink left on my brush. You would use a clean brush or clean it more effectively than I have, but anywho, speed of the demo, we're doing this. So I'm going round the outside of the flower there, and then I'm dragging the water out to the edges. So that's nice and wet, it's moist and lovely. And I'll do exactly the same down here. So with the detail brush, I'm just going up to and around the embossing, filling it in the areas where the flower is not. And you know, with this, Joe, it doesn't matter if it's not precise, if it's not exactly, you know, if the colours blend into each other. It's a watercolour example at the end of the day. And so you're going to, you know, you're going to get those lovely results. And if they do blend into each other, it's a watercolour effect. It should. It's fine. It's part of the joy of watercolour. So once you've done that, you then pick up one of your colours, and that will just start to move. So you see, that makes it easy. So I'm just using the blue in the background here. And this is just the Aqua marker that comes in the collection.
So I guess it's only going to move to the places where you've put the water, is it?
Correct.
It's not going to move into the dry cardstock.
Exactly right. And you can see that that is what is happening here. It's finding its way around the water. And I'm just helping it with my brush, but you don't have to help it very much. You can add a little bit more water if you feel you need it. But the water will find the path of where it's already wet. It won't then seep into the dry cardstock. So you see, I'm able to do that shadow around there and get that blue in the background pretty easily. If I wanted a little bit more intense, I can add a little bit more in. And I want it to be very painterly, so I'm not worrying about it moving. And then I'm going to do the same at the bottom down here. So pick up the blue. And then we're going to blast it with the heat gun.
Okie doke. The aqua markers as well, you can use glycerin with them, can't you? Therese Milne is asking. They are the ones, are they, Leanne?
They are.
Brilliant.
So yes, you would just pop a little bit of glycerin, like literally a garden pea size, and then pick up with your blending tool, whichever size you want to use, a little bit of aqua marker, a little bit of glycerin, and it will blend onto your cardstock as if it was a Harmony Water Reactive ink pad.
Brilliant.
So you
Give
can
that a go.
make all of those new colours.
Oh, Dolly Dimple says, would the new alcohol markers work with these? They really would, wouldn't they? Can you imagine?
Yes, the new alcohol markers would look incredible with these. So if you've got your tricolour, definitely colour in I've got a couple of alcohol samples to show you over the course of the rest of the day, actually, so
Brilliant.
you'll see that happen.
It's so busy on this at the moment. They are absolutely flying out. It is the showstopper that you guys are loving. That is the one that you guys are going for at the moment, because you're able to use that code. You're going to snap these up. Remember, today is a platinum member for under £70 or $83.78 if you are in the US, which is it's rather wild, really, considering you're getting £105 worth of extras, plus, of course, those amazing embossing folders. Shalia says, I love the Aqua markers so much. Great deal with the collection. Gosh, I paid loads. You guys, this is a right bang for your buck. Absolutely, isn't it?
It is.
Leanne makes it look so easy, says Dolly Dimple. I mean, I guess they are quite straightforward techniques, aren't they, when it comes to aqua pens?
They're really, really simple, Joe, and it's going to look gorgeous. It's meant to look darker and lighter in places. It's meant to look loose and not perfect. It's not meant to look airbrushed like alcohol colouring is. It's meant to have that very painterly feel to it. So it's very forgiving. And whatever you do, it's going to look gorgeous, and every single one's going to look different. So now that I've dried that, we're going to do our faux bleach background. So I'm just getting some water on my brush, and you can either do it with your fingers or your brush. It's entirely up to you, and then you just splat it at the card. So you can do it with your fingers, you could do it with a spritzer, or you can do it with your brush on the back of your finger, as I was doing there, and you get smaller, more controlled spots of water if you do it from the brush with your finger. So it just depends on the result you want. You leave that for a couple of seconds. The longer you leave it, the more intense the result will be. And because what's happening is the water is reacting with the ink that's on the card, and it's sucking it into the water. So it's pulling it out like a sponge. So the longer you leave it, the more intense the result will be. When you're happy with the amount of time you've left it, you take your piece of kitchen towel and just smooth it up to soak up the bits of water that you've splashed on there. And then as you peel that away, you get that lovely soft watercolour look in the background, that faux bleached background. Now I'm just going to grab one of my grey pens from over here, Joe. I think I'll use sea green actually, which is like a grey-green colour. And I'm going to add some of that to my mat. And now I'm going to start putting the detail in on the floral. So this is exactly as I did with the ink pads before. I'm going to pick a petal, paint it with water, and then pick up a bit of the colour you want and add some of that shade. And you're not going to put too much on this because you want the finished floral to look white. So you put a little bit down the side, and then where the water was, you go and you drag that back out and dilute it. And that is it. Then move on to the next petal. So you see, this is very, very simple to do, Joe, and you're just building up the layers and the dimension. You're just treating each little piece of the colouring as a separate portion, adding a tiny bit of colour, and that is it. So add that down that side. That'll give that a little bit of shade. Add a little bit more if you feel
Another great question coming from Lauren Miller. It says, if you use the embossing folders with the black watercolour paper, would the shimmer pens or the new shimmer ink pads be opaque enough to show up against the dark background?
The shimmer pens, as in these ones, no, they're transparent. Right. Shimmer ink pads, you will get some shimmer and colour in there. I would say on a black card, you're better using our metallic markers or acrylic paint markers.
Yeah, I was thinking acrylic paint markers.
Definitely. So I'm just going round, picking up the petal that I want to do, adding some water, picking up a tiny bit of the colour, you see, tracing that around, and what that's doing is giving the illusion of the petals lying on top of each other as I go around.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? So clean your brush, move to your next petal, pick up a little bit of the colour, trace it round.
It's almost a bit like a masterclass in itself, this one, isn't it? Don't forget, full 2-hour launch day coming up with these as well for you. That is at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast. And then myself and Leanne, it's the last of my birthday shows. We'll be here for Craft Vault this evening, 6 p.m. in the UK, 1 o'clock on the East Coast. You're back up tomorrow as well, aren't you?
I am. I'm in the morning.
Amazing.
Colour Me Happy tomorrow. I think I'm on with Craig.
Amazing. And
nice.
then I think, is it Craig and Sarah in the afternoon, and then also And then also Ben and Sarah and Craig, I believe, are here tomorrow evening for the wrap-up event. And we're going to be drawing, of course, that prize draw where one of you lucky lot that has been a winner in one of our shows so far will win a £250 selection of goodies and also a £250 voucher, which will be awesome. And there's Demo of the Year and Crafter of the Year. Apparently there's trophies too.
Wow. Trophies. I might hang around tomorrow then.
You not what, sorry?
I might hang around.
Oh, okay. See if you can get yourself a trophy.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm competitive.
Have you won a Demo of the
No.
Demo of the Month? I did see online they were voting on Demo of the Month, but there was only 6 of them. Has it been whittled down already? Right. Okay. Cool.
I've only got 2 stars on the chart, Joe.
Well, that's 2 more than Sarah because she's put the other 2 up by accident. She's put her own ones on. Do you want to put some on, Leanne?
I would love to.
Should we put a couple up?
Because the thing is, Joe, I'm not here that often, so I feel it's weighted unfairly.
Yeah, that is.
Like I'm competitive. Do you know what I mean? And because if you're not here as regular, then you don't get the chance, do you, Joe?
No, but life isn't fair always, Leanne. So it's just a metaphor for that, really.
Oh, thanks for the support.
You're more than welcome. Anytime.
Thanks.
Always here for a pep talk. Jenny says, hi Leanne and Joe, just ordered the smaller bundle and pleased to see there are 2 bundles making it more affordable for me. Absolutely they are, however you want to go for it. If you want the best value, if you want to, this one's a lower price point, you're getting the free aqua markers included, 12 free aqua markers, as well as the folders. You're just paying for the folders. However, if you want the best value, then you want to go for this item, because with this item, you are getting 48 aqua markers, 3 sparkle pens, and you're going to be able to use that Leanne code as well and get 12% off. However, approaching a quarter of this has gone, and there are so many of you with it sat in your basket. There will not be a replacement deal for this one. It's either this one or the other one. And do you know why? Because it's the weekend. There you are. There's only 5 of us here in the whole building. Is there no one in customer services today?
No, that's why the Leanne code's still active.
Ah. I think there was one person early doors this morning, but they're not there now. So there you go. So that is why, if you want this best value, then absolutely grab it now and check it out. So many of you have. We'll give you another opportunity to check out in a few minutes. That looks amazing. I can't believe how simple it was to draw the head of that flower.
Yeah, very simple. Just swiping the yellow in a backwards and forwards motion, leaving it a little bit whiter at the base there, gives you that little shine. I've dropped a bit of yellow on here, but you'll forgive us for that. I've been and got a little grey aqua marker there because I just want to add tiny bit of shade down the other side. Just adds a little bit of shadow, gives it a little bit of colour, because white isn't really white, so to have something look white you need to add that little bit of shade in. You can see It just gives it that, it takes the starkness away, so you're not really adding a lot of colour, but you're taking the bright white base cardstock look away, if that makes sense, Joe. So you're doing that. I've noticed a little bit of blue should have been in there, so I'm just going to fill that in so you can see where that petal is. So you can even go back and fill in later if you want. I'm going to give it a dry.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. For quite a straightforward technique-wise too. Remember also, if you want to learn loads of watercolour hints, tips and techniques, go back and watch some of our Colour Me Happy shows back. They're all available to watch over on the website, and they're all there from the dawn of time. Well, from the last 3 years or so. It's 3 years, is it 3 years now, Crafters TV? It is, isn't it? Just
like
over our 3-year anniversary.
Now I've dried it, what I've got is my clear sparkle. So what I want to do is just give a little bit of shimmer in places. So I'm going to take the clear sparkle on the white and I'm just going to give it a little brush over. And then what I'll get is, it reacts with the watercolour underneath, so it'll do a little bit more watercolour, but because I dried it, it won't move too far. And I'm just giving the echinacea petals now a lovely little shimmer, and I'm going to wiggle it at you. You know, I like to do a little wiggle at you.
Do a little waggle for your pet.
Yep, there's like I did with my shimmer pads. It's a skill I have, Joe. Right, I'm going to grab a green aqua marker. Bear with me because I want to do that stalk.
A green aqua marker.
Green aqua marker.
Fair enough. Mira says I placed an order, got the smaller bundle, some 3 for 2 ink trays and some other bits. Used the Leanne 12 code and it worked. Great savings. It's still there. It's still going. Mate, take advantage.
Good for you. Okay, so I'm just putting the stalk in. There we go. I'm going to put a bit of grey over the top. There we are. Okay, so I'm pleased with how that's starting to look. We can see we've got the, you see the shimmer from the sparkle there now.
Delightful.
There. It's looking lovely, isn't it? I'm going to grab my blending tool and I'm going to try and get a clean one if I can. There we go. And I'm going to get a Harmony Water Reactive in a grey, Joe, in a nice grey colour.
Okie doke.
I'm just grabbing that, bear with.
Alison Page says, what a wonderfully relaxed show this is. Thank you. It is, isn't it? The colouring shows are sort of, they're almost hypnotic, really, aren't they, the way they go. I mean, I guess the other thing is you don't have to colour with these embossing folders if you don't want to. You know, we talked earlier, didn't we, about doing it just onto plain cards, but it looks brilliant. How about mirror card, matte mirror card? Could you emboss? Can you emboss vellum, or would it?
Yes,
you can emboss vellum. Okay, brilliant.
In fact, I'll grab a piece and show you. Absolutely, it's like 4 parchment craft.
Ah, delightful.
And if you've got your colour blend pencils as the free gift, and in my Leann party bag, you can colour on the reverse of vellum, like a 4 parchment craft, with those pencils. Once you've embossed it, put some detailing on the flowers, it'll look absolutely exceptional. Right, so once I've dried that now, I've got a smoke plume, Harmony Water Reactive, and then all I'm going to do is in some areas, just look at the difference. Can you see how that orange is shining even more just in that area there now? And that's just by picking up a little bit of shade just over the top on the embossed areas. It just makes it makes the yellow look more yellow. It just makes it pop out. So you're going to do that, and you're going to go and pick up and put a little bit of shade in. And again, remember, white isn't truly white, so by taking the stark white off, the flower will look more white. So you can do that on there. So I'm just picking up some of the detail, and that's with Smoke Plume. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I'm not going to go too far because I think that's looking great. And then I'm going to use a little bit of my gold gilding wax as well. Why not?
Beautiful. We've got those available as well on the show with a great saving for you, remember. And also grab them whilst they're on, while you've got the Leann 12 as well. Because if you're putting them in your basket with something else, remember, it's the whole basket that gets a discount if you're over £60 or $60, which is awesome. Christine says a touch of grey does make the white flower stand out. I also like the technique Craig used recently with a light grey around the outside of the stamped image. What a difference. Great tips all round. Absolutely.
Okay, so there we go. I've done a little bit of gilding wax on the top there, and I think that centre of that flower is now shining beautifully, so I'm happy with that. And then once you've matted and laced, so just a little bit of black card in the background, whatever colour you want, a nice white card base and a sentiment, and that's what you're going to be able to do.
Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely.
You see, they look different.
Amazing.
Same technique, entirely different. So even if you did it 5 times, Joe, you would have 5 that look like a set, but each one looks entirely different. It's a unique piece of art every time you do it.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Let me recap the designs then that are in here. So we have, of course, got the Regal Rose, is that first one. Then we also have the Pretty Peony. That one there is the lovely Lily. We've got the Enchanting Echinacea. That is your Heavenly Helleborus. And you'll also get the Precious Poinsettia. Then you just need to decide how you want to get a hold of these. So the deal there on your screen gives you the best value because you're getting the primary included, as well as then the nature in the aqua markers. You'll also get the floral and the essentials. Plus you'll also get the clear overlay sparkle pens, which will work beautifully with all of that. The savings here are colossal because it's £105 worth of colouring mediums in there. If you're a Platinum member using the code as well, Leann 12, you get that for £69.70 or £83.78, which is brilliant. So make sure you're snapping that up. Now, if you want to go for a smaller collection, absolutely you can. We have, this one, you buy the embossing folders, we'll give you 12 of the aqua markers for free in there, and details are there on your screen. It's the primaries you're getting in that particular set. Gide said, so glad I ordered the glass mat earlier. Much better than using the dinner plate. Oh yeah, much better than using a dinner plate. 100%. You'll get definitely better results than using a dinner plate. Right. I know she's feeling extremely confident going into the next round.
Because I'm in the lead.
5-4 to Leann.
5-4. Yes, that's right. I'm winning.
You are winning, yes. But it's all still to play for, isn't it? We shall
we'll
see
yeah.
what happens. Leanne is playing for Team YouTube. I'm playing for Team Facebook. And it is, of course, guess the product that we are talking about. So let's have another look then. Let's have our first question in this round. I am half as tall as the Arc de Triomphe. I'm two-faced, but I have no spots. I am all wrapped up in a handy dispenser. What am I? I am half as tall as the Arc de Triomphe. I am two-faced, but I have no spots. I am all wrapped up in a handy dispenser. I think I've got it. It's a difficult one, this. See, this is what happens. So, one half. Going to have to press you for an answer, Leanne. Dumbfounded. She doesn't have it. Doesn't have an answer. Right, she's tapping out. It is... I think it's a tape pen. Because I think what gave it away was it being half as... I am half as tall as the Arc de Triomphe. Sorry?
How...
The Arc de Triomphe must be 44 metres. A tape pen has 22 metres. I am two-faced, but I have no spots.
Okay, we're even.
I am all wrapped up in a handy dispenser. What am I? Extra strong tape pen. You're not singing anymore. You're not singing anymore. Hey! Right, tape pen. We're there. It's all to play for.
I'm just going to say I gave Joe that so he felt good about himself.
Yes, of course you did.
Yeah, I did.
Of course you did. Right, question number 7, the second in this round. I am used as a countdown. I am limited edition. There's a new version every year. I have 24 surprises for you to open. What am I? No prizes for... Well, there is a prize for this one. You get a point, but I don't think it's the most difficult one, is it, Leanne?
It's not.
What have you got? I've gone for...
Advent calendar.
Advent calendar. Absolutely. It is correct. Advent calendar. Question number 8, the third question in this round. I am triple the fun. I have 3 separate chambers. I am 3 tones in one easy place. What am I? Quite simple. Go on, you go, Leanne.
Tri-blend.
Tri-blend, absolutely. That's exactly what I have put as well. Question number 9, 7 all. Here we go. I like to celebrate birthdays. All of my items are designed to work together. I am jam-packed with balloons, bunting and cake. What am I? I'll go first. I've put the birthday box.
Me too.
Yeah, birthday box.
Birthday box.
Did someone else write question number 6 in this quiz? Just one. Like, so Nicola went for lunch and then someone came in and did, yeah, I think like Lloyd Grossman came in and did question number 6.
Oh, Richard Osman.
Yeah. It's your last question. It is a draw, or we will go to a tie-break. My musical taste is like Marmite. I come in multiple sizes. You can do stretches on me. What am I? My musical taste is like Marmite. I come in multiple sizes. You can do stretches on me. I think Nicola had gone for a lunch at this point. My musical taste is like Marmite.
So love it or hate it. I come in multiple sizes.
I've got it.
You can do stretches on me.
What you got, Leanne? Going to press you for an answer? Go on, put it. Just say anything. Right, go on. What you put down?
I've just put Gemini.
It is foam pad.
It's not. It's foam roll. I'm sorry, adjudication. It's no. Foam pads and foam and roll are not the same thing. Because you can't stretch a foam pad.
You can do stretches on a foam pad like a yoga mat on the floor.
No, you can't. No, you can't. It's foam and a roll.
Foam and a
No,
roll, I think-
absolutely
No, I think I've got it.
Can we, Charlotte?
Right, independent adjudicator. It's not Charlotte who's the independent adjudicator. It is our social media superstar, Rachel, who is
Rachel.
So Rachel, do you feel there is no coercing the judge?
No.
We just have to ask her. Rachel, do you feel I should get foam on a roll for a foam pad, or do we go to the tie break? We're not allowed to influence the judge in any way. Rachel, what are you saying?
Rachel?
You're not allowed to. Can we take Leanne's mic out, please? Right, she's typing. It's tense. She stopped typing.
I feel I need to go over there and see the answer because I don't believe you'll give us the right answer.
Johnny's got it as well. Johnny knows it.
Has he? Oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. So Johnny can adjudicate the...
I mean, I hope she was listening. I hope she. I hope she's listening. She's typing again. She says, "Baby Teddy feels generous." What does that mean? What does that mean?
Is it my Ted?
Yeah, but what about that? I think we'll have to go to a high break. Coerce there. I mean, you know...
Oh, I'm sorry. A pad and a roll are two
We're
different
going to go
things.
to a tie break, is what we're going to do.
Listen, what I want to ask you is, if that had been me, would you have allowed me to have that?
Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
No, you
because I'm a generous, giving kind of person.
No.
Right. Tie break is then.
Okay.
How many individual elements are there in this? Oh, I can have it. Yeah, I win. Yay! Ooh. So we'll do the tie break just for the sake of it. But yeah, I'm afraid you lost, Leanne. Let's never let you forget that you lost. And also, let's remind you are the head of product development, so you should have absolutely thrashed me. You had a very strong handicap. I don't need any of your negativity, thank you, Charlotte. Right, let's do the tie break. How many individual... It's a good job that you weren't deciding, Charlotte. Anyway, how many individual elements are there in the Sarah Signature Say It With Flowers collection?
Is this the closest win?
It is, but this is difficult because it could be... But there could be... Is this when we advertise it, we say it has this many elements, or are we counting stamens, or, you know, because it could be...
Pick a number, Joe.
Well, I mean, this is irrelevant because you've already lost, but let's just go for it anyway. I'm going to go with 4-2-1.
I've gone 7-6-2.
Sauce about it, hun. 3-4-5! Woo!
Oh, you gross bag!
Not only did you lose, you lost twice, Leanne.
I'll tell you what I'm not going to do now, Joe. I am not going to share my giant chocolate buttons with you now.
Are you not?
No.
Oh, well. That's the way the chocolate buttons crumble. But should we give everyone? Let's give everyone a voucher. Seeing as 5 for Facebook, we'll do 5 on Facebook, 5 on YouTube. There you are. Seeing as it is birthday, and let's face it, everyone's a winner
and
at
also,
birthday.
Joe cheated, and he hasn't passed on the comments.
How did I
Charlotte
cheat?
is telling me in the comments, people are saying Joe has cheated Leanne from that because foam on a roll is not a foam pad.
But it doesn't matter. I won the tiebreak. You lost. You lost anyway.
It's irrelevant.
She really hates losing so much. It's so lovely. Do you know what? It was worth coming in on a Saturday for that. You cancelled foam on a roll, even if you're on my team. FOAR shouldn't help. There you are. Well, that was a triumph. I enjoyed that. Let's do that again. What are we doing now, Johnny? Oh, we're going to have a break. Delightful. We're going to have 10 winners though, so we'll sort that out. While we need to calm down, Leanne's going to have a little cry, and then we'll be back on the other side of this.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You didn't.
It was
have
better than
it.
your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us. You give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV. Create every day.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person, because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those three people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away, we're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
We are celebrating our 17th birthday in style, and we've got some show-stopping surprises in store for you.
There's double points for Club Inspire members every single day.
You'll also receive a different birthday surprise favour every day when you spend over 10.
Now, you know we like to spoil you, so we've got even more exclusive free gifts when you spend over 50 or 100.
So many new launches and sensational special offers coming your way. You really won't want to miss out. So check out the Crafters Companion website to join the party.
So much fun. Leanne she did actually offer me a chocolate button as well after that, so we are still friends, just. Let's move on. Let's share with you some amazing craft vault deals that are coming up later on the show. I don't know how, but I've managed to get a box fresh.
While you're opening that up, can I just show you what I've done?
You show us a few samples, that would be delightful.
Even before the samples, I just want to show you what I've done here, which even makes it pop more, is I have taken the Midnight Harmony Water Reactive for my blending tool and just done a little vignette around the outside.
Nice.
And it pops out even more, doesn't it?
It really does make it pop.
Yes, I just thought that was the final little thing I did, and I thought I'd show you. Do you want to look at the Gnome samples, or do you want to look at your stuff?
Yeah, I'll just take you through. I'll show you the deal first. So you've got the pad here. You've got the panels in there, which is beautiful.
Love them.
And then all of these really lovely.
Do you know those panels were hand drawn by Jess and my team?
Oh, were they? They're so cute. They really are. All the imagery is lovely in here. It's a really nice mix of different styles as well, which I think is excellent. So you've got those there. Then you'll also get this. So you've got the Home Sweet Gnome. There's Gnome One Like You. Loads of brilliant sentiments in there for you. Then you've got the Gnome Girl, which is that one just there. Gnome Boy. Superstar DJs, here we go. And then you'll get the Gnome Caravan, which is my favourite element on this collection.
Me too.
Plus this. Now this is an embossing folder with 2 stencils. That should be £83 or $103 if you bought it individually. $34.96, $45.80. Don't forget, it's a buy 4, get 4 free. Make sure you get it in a cart with over £60 or dollars worth of values, and you'll be able to use the extra 12% as well. So don't miss out on that. It's a beautiful collection. This very modern, quite different to a lot of things we've done, I always think.
A lot different. Does that make that under £25 with my Leanne 12?
Sorry?
If you're platinum?
It would, so you'd have to have, if you had it in the basket with something else, you would be able to use it, yeah. So you'd get an extra £3.60 off for this if you were in the UK, there or thereabouts.
So I've just got a few samples to show you. I love, this is my favourite thing as well, Joe, the little Gnome Caravan. I absolutely adore that. It's so quintessentially British, but feels.
What you should say, quintessentially gnomish then.
But like
It
you know,
does,
that
it really
kind of
is.
old-fashioned, like flower power 1960s. It's just gorgeous. I love it. So you've got the caravan in there, but actually those backgrounds in that pad, I think, are incredible. And look at that. That could be a wedding card, which is very different.
Imagine if you had a gnome-themed wedding.
Absolutely. Wouldn't that be amazing? I want to go to a gnome-themed wedding.
I'd
Looks
love to.
fantastic with that stencil and embossing folder in there. Make your own scenes, absolutely gorgeous. The gnome girl on her little swing there with her wings, making her into a gnome fairy. Who doesn't want a gnome fairy in their life, really? Use it just on its own in the background where she's not actually on the swing, but you're creating her garden. Absolutely glorious, this. Look, gnomes with sunglasses. Who doesn't want gnomes with sunglasses, please? And then you've also got in here a gnome barbecue. We've got those backgrounds, gnome fishing. We've got our gnome fairy again on a background.
Wasn't that an REM song, gnome fishing? No, it was night fishing, wasn't it?
Night fishing. And then here, look at her there on a swing with wings and sunglasses. Oh my word, it's just too much. You're going to have so much fun building your own scenes with these. And you can see you can colour them with your tri-colour, you can colour with your tri-blend, with your alcohol, with your watercolour, whatever you want to colour them with, and then do your inking in the background. You're just going to have the best fun, Joe. And even if you don't want the gnomes on there, look, the little caravan on its own, just on a card, looks brilliant. The papers are gorgeous. The whole set for that price, I think, just adds a little bit of happy into your crafting life. It feels like fun.
It does feel like fun. Maybe we could do a parody of that, gnome fishing instead of night fishing. I love that song.
Yeah,
One of my all-time favourites. We're going to move on, so make sure you snap that up. Brilliant price, double points, of course, on that, as there is with everything. I want to just do the winners while we're here as well, of the winners of the £10, $10 spend. They are Mary Kay Knoll, Lynn Miles, Stephen Nicole, Marie Hartman, Gita Witten, Mahogaleone, Vicky Breeson, Regina Boyd, Sandra Dundas and Minnie Minx. I'll do those one more time. Mary Kay Knoll, Lynn Miles, Stephen Nicole, Marie Hardman, Gita Witten, Mahogaleone, Vicky Breeson, Regina Boyd, Sandra Dundas and Minnie Minx. Send us an email please, prizes@craftsandcompanion.com. Something else I want to show you. These are just glorious. I absolutely love these. It is your scratch reveal dies. They are such a cool concept because you can make, let me show you some of the projects and I think it'll really put it into idea. Maybe you're going to go away on holiday with someone and you want to surprise them with where you're going, or do you want to know a secret? You can put those in there. You can of course build them into these sort of things. How about this, a little present that you're going to make for someone to scratch that panel off? They're like a scratch card for your crafting, aren't they?
Amazing.
Really cool.
A secret, Joe?
Yeah.
These were not supposed to be part of the birthday event.
We're not?
No.
Right.
And on Thursday this week, I realised that we had those kits in stock. And I put a special request in for a special deal on them on the Craftfall show that I'm doing tonight. So these are another one where I've interfered in the birthday celebrations.
Oh, what are you
and
like?
had a kit put on there because, I mean, these are pretty, they're pretty new. So we got the 50 bonus points. I wanted that on there. I wanted the really good price for you. Of course, you've got your Leann 12, but I just wanted you to be able to have them and try them at a reasonable cost and to have loads of it to go at because I love them. They're fantastic for little surprise messages, for, you know, like gender reveals, for will you marry me, let's just go and have champagne this afternoon. Whatever it is, it's just, they're fantastic and I have never seen anything like them in all of my years of paper crafting ever.
No, they're completely unique, like something you'd have to have produced. And the great thing about getting them in a box is that you're getting everything you need. So you've got the scratch panels in there. You get loads of the scratch panels as well, so you're going to be able to use those. You get 57 of the scratch reveal panels in there. All of your papers as well, so you're getting 12 printed papers and 12 sheets of coloured cardstock. And then the stamps, which are brilliant. Now you're going to be able to use the stamps for a whole host of things. So these here, you'll see, are your stamps. So that is your first set there, and you can see, like, you've got, guess what, it really allows you to create the whole project around the scratch panel, and then you've got all your larger elements on the top of there as well. $23.97, $29.85. You will be able to get 12% off that if you're putting it in a basket, which is over £60 or $60. So make sure you are taking advantage of that, because that Leann code is still there at the moment. Very, very busy on that. The other one I want to tell you about, and I've moved it, it's up here, I can see it, is our sunflower selection. Absolutely adore this. Now you're going to get the cardstock, the luxury cardstock included. It's a beautiful selection of luxury card. This is almost a half price deal before you think about taking your Club Inspired discount off of here as well. So a really beautiful. I love this because it's all very yellows and oranges, but it's very warm tones that's been used throughout the collection. So that is your luxury cardstock. We then move into your hardware. So you've got your Hello Sunshine, your Sunshine sentiment, and then you're able to curate the rest of the sentiment around it. This one here is the fabulous frame. Excellent for creating that frame, but also they've left this frame separate. So if you want to embellish that with a different stamp, you could absolutely do that as well. This one here is a striking sunflower. This has been done with flower forming foam. You can do it with paper, of course, as well. Sunflower Splendor. Start chopping into that. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. We then have the sunflower bouquet, which is this one here. And again, another one of these really awesome embossing folders, whereby you've got the embossing folder, but then the stencil. So it means you can really pinpoint that colour detail. This was one of the most popular collections we've ever done, wasn't it, in the Nature's Garden range?
Yeah, I know, and I'm not surprised, because like you say, it's very warm, but it's a very happy collection, and I think it goes across any age, any occasion. I think you can send this to male and female. You can send it to anybody. It's just a glorious collection, and multiple occasions, because when do you not want to have a happy sunflower in your life? The samples are absolutely beautiful. So you can see here, that is that gorgeous, fabulous friend frame, and those flower forming foam sunflowers that have been used on there. Of course, you can use your 3D embossing folders. That layering stamp is absolutely exceptional. I love that. Go 3D with your projects and do, like, make an envelope and then put all of your stamped sunflowers in there if you want to. This, I think, is incredible, because this is using some of the techniques that we've been looking at in this launch show today to colour that 3D folder, those beautiful sunflowers. It's absolutely stunning. The sentiments are gorgeous in here. Those dies, you can, with your 3D folder, do a spotlight, cut it out and just use a portion of it. You don't have to use the whole thing. Really make a performance of it if you want to. And of course, your gilding waxes are going to look absolutely incredible in there as well. It's just a beautiful, all year round, whoever you want to send it to collection, and it's got that gorgeous, happy feel to it, I think, Joe.
Yeah, it's really delightful, isn't it? A gorgeous, gorgeous selection. Your platinum price, $31.97 or $42.34 is your price there. On that, we are going to go back to the launch, because it is so exceptionally busy on this at the moment. We knew it was going to be popular. I didn't realise it was going to be quite this popular. One of the busiest birthday launches we've had so far, this one. So there's a couple of different ways of you getting it. This deal here on your screen is going to get you the 6 folders that you can see. So that first one was the Regal Rose. We've then got the Pretty Peony. This one here is the Lovely Lily. You get the Enchanting Echinacea, as well as a Heavenly Helleborus, and also the poinsettia. It will also get you as well the aqua markers included. So the primary aqua markers, you get those in there free of charge. There is a second bundle, which is far and away the best, the busiest item. It will get you the 6 that I've just shared with, the 6 brand new 3D embossing folders that we just launched. You will get the primary in here, but then you'll also get the nature. Then you will get the florals and also the essentials. Is that a full set of aqua markers? 48 pens is the full set here, isn't it? Yes. It's a full set. So it's a complete collection of aqua markers, and also the clear overlays as well coming in there too. Now, the extras alone should be 100, well, the pens alone are worth £105 in this particular collection, or $160. If you are a platinum member today in the UK going for this, using the Leann code as well, you'll get this for $69.70 or $83.78. So it's amazing value, however you look at it. It really, really is brilliant. We're going to go back to Leann. How much of the stock did you say had gone here, Johnny? 30%, almost a third, just in our Play Your Crafts Right show this morning. Exceptionally busy, really, really busy on that at the moment. Any questions you've got, keep getting them into me. Leanne, can gilding wax and sparkle pens be used together? Sophie Minton would like to know.
Okay, so you can use them on the same project.
Right.
So as I did on this here, I did sparkle pen on the petals and I did the gilding wax on the top of the yellow piece of the flower. Gilding wax will not move with water. So it will resist anything you put over the top because it's a wax. So you can't mix the two together and get a sparkly gilding wax if that's what you're asking. But you can do your sparkle layer on the bottom, dry it and put some gilding wax over the top and get the contrast between the two, but one wouldn't mix in with the other to create a new medium.
There you are. I hope that helps. Any other questions you've got, please get them into me and I'll pop them across to Leanne. What would you like to share with us, Leanne?
So I thought we'd have a look. We had a brilliant question, I forget the lady's name. I was trying to remember. She asked if you could use glycerin with your aqua markers. So I thought, do you know what? I've got a bottle of glycerin over there. Let's have a look.
It was Therese that asked that.
There you go. So Therese, this is for you. I've got the rose folder and I've got my watercolor card and I'm just going to pop that in there and run that through the Gemini. And because I put my MIDI away and I couldn't be bothered to go back over to the shelf and get it. So let's whiz that through really quick. I'm just using the junior plates. That's a huge bottle of glycerin.
It is,
you don't
isn't it?
need that much. I mean, that would last 376 years.
Okay.
You need a tiny amount, so you don't need a massive bottle like that. Just get a very small bottle. It'll last you forever. So, I mean, look, that just on its own, don't need to do anything else. Look at that. That's straight out. Look at how incredible that is. It's exceptional, isn't it? The level of detail in sculpting, Joe, it's second to none. And the detail in those flowers, this is why this is hands down, I'm going to say it, my favourite embossing fold launch that we've ever done for Crafters Companion, and I dare bet we'll never do another one that'll ever surpass it.
Really, really
in my
beautiful.
heart. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I've got that, and then I've got a little bit of glycerin. So you need a tiny amount. So I'm going to pop some in the cap, because if I pour it from the bottle, we know it's going to end not very well. And then I'm going to put a little dot of it just there beside the A5, so you can see how much I've got. You see that?
Tiny.
Tiny amount. Tiny, tiny amount, like a garden pea. That's all you need. And then I've got my aqua markers. So I'm going to scribble them onto my mat. So I'm going to go, I've got some hot pink here.
So we don't ever put the aqua marker to the glycerin, no?
No. And then I've got my topaz. Okay? So then what you do is you just, with your blending tool, take a tiny, and this is how much, like that much. So you don't dab it all in, the tiny amount. Get it onto your blending sponge. So I've took a tiny little bit. Then pick up some of your ink and then blend it. So that's when you will now be able to come in with your aqua marker. And the glycerin stays on there, so you won't need to go and top that glycerin up on there for a good amount of time. And you come in and you blend that in to your watercolour card. And that makes it blend as an ink pad would. So you're just starting to build up that colour. And then if you want to change the colour in between, pick up a tiny bit of your glycerin, work it into the foam, pick up a little bit of the colour, and then I'm just going to add in some brighter lights here and there.
That's amazing.
And that's all you've got to do. It really is super, super. Now, if this happens, can you see there? I've got a harsher line.
Yeah.
That's because the glycerin's run out, because I only put a tiny bit on. So you would just go and pick up your glycerin, rub it in, a little bit more of your ink, and it'll blend it out for you.
Brilliant.
Okay, so you're just going to pick up where you want to do some little bits of yellow. You don't have to be too specific, because I'm not going for an actual representation of a rose.
Where can we
here.
buy this, asked Pam?
Where can you buy the glycerin?
Yeah.
Chemist.
Right.
Or like if you're in the US, Pam, are you in the UK or the US? So if you're in the US, I would say somewhere like Walgreens. And in the UK, you're going to get it in your supermarket, or actually I get it in the pharmacy. So it's just vegetable glycerin.
Cool.
So it can be used medically and it can be used in cooking too. So you can use either the medical or
the food grade one.
Yeah, the food grade one. It's entirely up to you. And you're just going to go around and keep building up that colour. And your glycerin will stay on the foam, so you don't need to add a massive amount. And see, I haven't even touched, really, that tiny pea size I've got there. The key to it is less is more for sure. And you don't need to add more until you get a line and you know you need a tiny little bit more, and you need to have that to blend it in.
How marvellous. Are these 6x6, asked Carol? Well, they are 5.5 by 5.5. We're going to do a 6x6 card, I'm guessing, Leanne.
So we did it 5.5 by 5.5 because 5.5 is half US letter, and also 5.5 works brilliantly out of half an A4. And it means that you're going to use a 5 1/4 piece of cardstock, which is what I'm using here. And with a 5 1/4 piece of cardstock, you can then mat and layer and make it pop out on a larger or smaller piece of card. And this is what we're creating here and now. And you can see it's just very easy to build that up. And again, I need a little bit more glycerin so I can see that there. Pick up the colour and then blend it in. And the glycerin will do that for you. And you can change your colours if you want to get a lovely, little bit of a warmer tone in there. Just choose where you're going to put it. Mix the two up. Don't be too precise. It doesn't really matter where you're putting it. It's just, and it's going to change every time. You're just mixing the difference between the two colours.
Absolutely beautiful, it really is. Does it dry okay on card? The glycerin, I'm guessing, Minnie means?
So it's because you're using a tiny amount, it doesn't really leave a residue. You can blast it with your heat gun if you want to, of course you can. But, I mean, for example there, it's not coming off because it's not leaving a residue. So, yeah, you can just use it, and that's the key. Tiny, 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 tiny amount you need, and build up your colour. So you see I'm going back, picking up a tiny bit, going back to my ink, and I'm building up the intensity of colour as we go, and then I'm varying between the different colours as well. I've got a darker colour of Aqua marker, and I'm going to show you what I'll do with that. So I'm going to pick up some, how am I doing for time, Jo?
Got about 5 minutes left on the show. A third of the showstopper stock has gone. That is what represents the best value when you're going for this brand new launch. And I just know you're going to be able to love using them together, because so many of these techniques that Leanne has showed us in this show and will be sharing with us as well in that 2-hour upcoming launch day, which is just over an hour away, is using these Aqua markers. You're going to absolutely love having them in your stash.
So you see now what I'm doing, because I've got some all over colour, is I'm just going with the yellow, and now I'm adding in where I want the yellow, where I want the warmth to be on the petals. So I'm choosing areas and going in over the top with that and adding that in now that I've got the base of pink. I'm just deciding where I would like that to be. And you can stop at any time. I'm deciding where I want it a little bit more intense, maybe in the middle there. If I want it a little bit more pink, I could just go and pick up my pink, add my intensity where I would like it to be. And then to really make it pop, I've got this burgundy Aqua marker. And I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit of this. I want the tiniest bit of glycerin. Rub it in, blend it into your sponge. Pick up a little bit of that, blend it. And now I'm just going to glaze that over the top. And what that will do is pick up the high areas and add me a natural depth without me actually having to blend it, and the glycerin
that's a really
on
great
there.
tip.
And if I just do it on one side, you'll see what I mean between the difference, and you can already see that starting to happen. Tiny bit of glycerin, some of that darker ink. If I just do it up here, by just glazing that, so I'm hardly touching, I'm just swiping it up, you can see it's picking up the high areas and it's making that pink and yellow now really, really pop on that side. Look how much more dimensional it looks here than it does here. And so just by doing that and picking that very slightly over the top, just hardly whispering across the top with that, Jo, deepens the colour that you've already put down and makes all of that dimension really, really pop for you. And you can see there in a matter of moments, from a piece of card that I have embossed live for you, blended live for you, that whole piece in what, 5 minutes, if that, Jo, has come together. And then all you've now got to do is mat and lay that and pop it onto a card base. And when you do that, this is what you'll have. And that's how easy it is. Now, I wanted to show you that because if you were a little bit intimidated by the detailed colouring that we were doing, and you thought, oh, I can't do that, I'm not a colourist, Anybody can pick up a bit of pink.
And we could
a bit of
achieve that
sponge.
also with our ink pads, could we, what you've just done there?
Yes, absolutely. Same with, so you just put your Harmony Water Reactive, pick it up straight from the pad, dab, 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 and you're done.
Amazing, absolutely awesome. If you want to go for that, that is the best value. I'll take you back through that in a moment. Just want to remind you as well, we have done our giveaway for this hour. The winner of this one is, I did have it written down, it was right there in front of me, it's jumped. It is Jackie Deschamps. Jackie Deschamps, you are the winner. Cork number 37, you are in the draw. You, of course, have won a £25 gift voucher as well as a £25 goodie bag, and you are in the draw for tomorrow evening to win £250 worth or $250 worth of amazing free gifts. The details that are here on your screen, that is far and away the busiest way of grabbing your brand new launch. So 6 brand new folders that you've got there, and you'll get, remember, a full set of those Aqua markers, and you'll get the 3 clear overlays. The Leann code is still working at the moment, so grab it and snap these up, because $69.70 or $83.78 today as a platinum member using that code is absolutely phenomenal value. It really is. I remember we're going to be back with you as well with a full 2-hour launch day on those brand new folders if the stock lasts. Don't forget as well, still got free gifts, haven't we, Leann?
We have got free gifts, Joe. We've got this incredible layering stamp and die set, which gives you those lovely layered pieces, and then the die cuts out and gives you that pop. So it looks like the sentiment's jumping out of the page for you. So that's on a £10 $10 spend. You've then got the fabulous paper pad, which I absolutely love. And inside that paper pad, you have got a £10 off voucher as well on a $50 or £pound spend. And this paper pad, Joe, let me do it the other way for you so you can see it, is... Oh, smashed it.
It's been well fingered, that one, hasn't it?
It has. It's absolutely beautiful. It's gorgeous. It really is. There's some glorious, glorious papers in there. And that's exclusive. You've never seen that before.
Delightful.
And then you're getting, on a £100 or $100 spend, our 2 brand new glitter pens here, where you've got the clear overlay and you've got the purple. And that is on a £100 or $100 spend, and you're getting your £20 voucher to use with those, which is absolutely incredible, isn't it?
How delightful. And they all go in there, which is brilliant. So, and they auto add to baskets as well, so nothing you need to worry about with them, which is wonderful. Don't forget as well that the clocks go... Oh, we get an extra in bed tomorrow. Boom. Oh, sorry, I left you hanging there.
Yeah, you did. Thanks.
There you go. But you get an extra hour in bed, which is what we do here in the UK. It means that for a couple of weeks, the time's changed. So as of tomorrow, isn't it? 7 a.m, 10 a.m, 2 p.m. is your show times on the East Coast. 4 a.m, 7 a.m, 11 a.m. is your show times over on the West Coast. I've got an early start tomorrow as well, so I'm very happy that I've got an extra hour in bed. Delicious. Right, we are going to go and grab some lunch, have a bit of a natter.
I'll share my chocolate buttons with you, Joe.
Amazing, thank you. And don't forget to check out your baskets. Make sure you're taking advantage of that code whilst it's still there. Who knows how long it will be there for. Will it be there when we get back? I don't know. But make sure you join us back here at 2 p.m. in the UK, 9 a.m. East Coast, 6 a.m. West Coast, because we've got that 2-hour launch day coming up.
Exciting.
We'll see you then. Take care.